lost for so long. Feel so right but so wrong. In my weakness you are strong. Little baby sleeping, I can feel your breathing. One last kiss and say so long. Long to hold you in my arms. Finally when it's over, maybe you could show her how much you never really cared. Still you wish she was there. Start the beating, mold me. Never got to know me. I never really knew myself. Still you put me here in hell. You were all I have. Alone I crumble. You were all I had. Broken and humble. You were all I have. Alone I crumble. You were all I have. Broken and humble again. Our time together's ending. Broke hearts, tore souls unmending. Found my weakness and you sting. I've gone crazy thinking I could tame a demon. Sings the glass and shoots a song. Could I put that in my arm? Start the beatings, mold me. For a good time sold me. Why are we punishing ourselves? Will you leave me here in hell? You were all I have. Alone I crumble. You were all I have. Broken and humble. You were all I have. Alone I crumble. You were all I have. Broken and humbled again. I don't have a high E there, so that sucks. We've been lost for so long. Feel so right but so wrong. In my weakness you are strong. Little baby sleeping, I can feel your breathing. One last kiss and say so long. Long to hold you in my arms. Finally when it's over, maybe you could show her how much you never really cared. Still you wish that she was there. Start the beating, mold me. For a good time sold me. Why are we punishing ourselves? Have you left us here in hell? Alone I crumble. You were all I have. Broken and humble. You were all I have. Alone I crumble. You were all I have. Broken and humbled again. We've been lost for so long. got some explaining to do. I want the truth and an apology too. Said we were friends. Well, I guess friendships end. You know I wanna forgive, but when I see how you live, I am ashamed. I am so sorry for all the pain. My human body, my hands are stained. My mind is filthy. I need your grace. I plead for mercy. And I'm a little confused by all them drugs that you do. More than a little concerned. Weren't you afraid to get burned? Where was your faith? I guess you must have misplaced. You know this wasn't my plan. In time you'll understand. You'll be amazed. Oh, you'll be sorry. And all the pain, your human bodies, my hands are stained. My mind is filthy. I need your grace. I plead for mercy. And the Lord said, better luck next time. And the joke is, there isn't a next time.
Hey, say, talk something to your mic.
Something into your mic.
One more time.
Something into your mic. Hey, there's my mic over there.
And now you do the mic.
Something into Aaron's mic.
I think we should call Mike's mic Aaron. So Mike's mic is named Aaron and Aaron's mic is named Mike.
All right, man, we got it going. Yes, you are live now.
I don't sing any of his stuff. We want to do that again? Or?
But we need
I don't know.
we need you to crack jokes.
Okay, first Music City Spotlight live podcast. First one on video too, because you guys
Because we're so beautiful, right?
definitely.
You thought it would help.
I definitely think
if
you
you
guys are
did
beautiful.
pictures of us. Make sure to get a good shot of Mike's haircut. 'Cause
Damn it.
I cut his hair with the lawnmower yesterday. Sorry, I didn't mean to point that out.
Yeah.
Mike, if you don't want this thing going, we were talking about it. We don't know if it's a good idea or not.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess so.
If I would have known we were going to do this, I would have dressed up for the occasion too.
Dude, okay, we literally, here, look.
I'm still wearing my pajamas from Christmas.
Come out too.
Oh, I left it in the car.
We literally we met at Guitar Center about an hour ago.
Probably
Hour and a half?
3. We stopped and ate burritos
Oh, that's right. About the burritos.
and got some red beer. Bitch pop. Don't tell my dad.
It's definitely not beer.
Alright, what do you want to start with? We'll go with that other one.
I don't think they want us to play.
Oh, we're only talking?
Well, only because, man, the mic's not pointing at you in the right spot yet. It's not pointing there. It's pointing there. Where the mouth
Dang, Mike.
sounds come from.
That's right.
Like, dude, this is exactly why I never use the camera. Normally it's just the audio because musicians already are weird enough in front of these fucking things, right?
I guess.
Takes a while. Yeah,
I mean,
you
if
guess.
you want, I could do a dance routine or something, but I usually save that for my daughter.
No, alright, whatever. Tell us the story about the,
The musical prophecy stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
serious.
it's more of like a whole it's a whole lifetime of experiences, but
Yeah, I know,
just
but specifically about the picture in the Nirvana cover.
the basics of the whole thing goes back to the fact that like the God of the one true God, as the Jews call him. If you look at the Old Testament, was the God of rock, and he said that David, do you know anything about the Bible?
Yeah?
Okay, so David was a man after God's own heart. And what was David? He was a shepherd, but he was also a musician. All the Psalms and all the Proverbs, all that stuff is all stuff that David wrote. It's all songs. And when you read it, it's not like some love song to God, but it's like, crush my enemies' heads, like when I'm surrounded, deliver me, it's stuff that like Avenged Sevenfold is playing now. Like when I hear that music, I hear that's God's, like what his music would sound like, what David's music would sound like if he was to play it today. And I think that the God of rock, or the one true God, is trying to reclaim what's his. And that's music. And I think he gives me songs.
Alright, that thing was a fucking bad idea.
What?
That fucking camera, exactly for what I thought.
What?
Cause fuck that shit, dude. No one wants to be fucking on film. I don't want to be on film either.
Alright, I don't care.
Well, good for you, but I didn't feel comfortable. It didn't seem like my felt comfortable.
Well, I was letting him talk, and I'm not as much of a talker.
Well, maybe it's just me then. Sorry, I didn't feel comfortable. Even just like holding up and filming you guys, it feels kind of big.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Anyways,
Well, we usually
sorry, dude. Yeah.
just let our music do the talking.
He's
I mean,
shepherd, and he was also a musician.
Yes.
I'm trying to keep up.
It's all right. It just all comes back to how and what music is used for, in our current day and age. I didn't know any of this when I started listening to new age or new wave music, but the music from the 60s, from the time the British invasion or whatever, as they called it, or, from the time that Elvis, the king of rock, was dethroned by the British invasion of rock bands or whatever, and then the movement of rock music through the United States, down to the metal militia and all this stuff that, like, you hear about it, but you don't really know, and people don't really know unless they directly experience it or whatever, and you can't like really be told about it. You can't understand it unless you've lived through one of those waves or through the religious experiences that are these concerts. When people go to these shows and like there's just amazing stuff that happens at rock concerts that you can't replicate. That's not. I don't know. What am I trying to say?
The energy of it.
Well, the energy of it, but just the whole the lifestyle that goes with it, and then the messages that the bands have. You don't really hear it. They're not all praising God or like it's not all, but it's about doing the right thing. It's about love. It's about cooler, bigger schemes than just like. The way when rap music came on the scene, everybody's talking about how great they are and how, I've got the most money and the most bitches and, I'm the dope shit. That was totally off track. It was the equivalent
How
of
much do you know about the rap scene?
It was the equivalent of the schlock rock,
No, it wasn't.
the hair metal 80s bands and their spandex and like.
Well, sure, okay. So that rap scene, the one that you're referring to, that was filled with nothing poetic.
Right.
Yeah, they were the equivalent of, and it's hard for me to even say.
I'm not talking about the original NWA and Snoop Dogg, because those guys, they're actually in tune with God. They are on track. They all are people who have met their maker and are trying to live right under the new rules founded, by I don't even know who to give credit to, but for how the world operates.
Who do you wish to give credit to?
Well, definitely not the big wigs at the record studios, because they're the ones that use it for all their own personal gain and abuse musicians and take advantage of kids and they lead people astray. They are the
You're talking about people that control money.
They are the Pharisees and the Sadducees of the modern music scene.
You were literally talking about what is a modern music? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so negative and say like no. I just mean I have my own perception of what the modern music scene is. So forgive me if I don't understand what yours is.
Well, I guess there really, it isn't one. It's been so diluted by the internet and
and not just the internet, sir.
Right.
People like me.
Yes.
I'm doing what I'm doing for a reason.
Right, but this is cool because this is just a free will. You ran into somebody at the records or at the music store and said, "Come play some songs," and then talk.
Exactly.
I'm talking about the people who profit, and their whole thing is how can we market.
Sir, but I'm doing the exact same thing that they are doing, except I'm not trying necessarily to sell everything.
Right, that's the difference.
I'm music scouting, right? And I'm recording, and my recordings are just as good as anything out there, and sometimes better. And it's not any different. It's just the technology has given us common musicians the power. The will comes from something else, or from somewhere else. I'm using my will and the power / skills that I have to put towards what I love and know, which is music.
Yeah.
And musicians. And that will keep going in that direction. I have so much hope for all of that stuff because, dude, this is what I dreamed of when I was 13. You were telling me about when you were 13.
Yeah.
When I was 13, everything that's in front of me right now, this is what I dreamed of. So I cannot be bitter or complain about anything. Like, this was my dream. Right here.
All I was trying to do is set the framework for the rest of the story that I was trying to get to. Is just how
Sorry, I'm wicked high.
No, it's all good. It's fine. I would be if I wasn't here, probably.
What do you mean?
And I'm spent. No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't usually talk when I'm trying to play music, so this is you're supposed to.
We're not. That's why I told you, dude. We're not playing music right now. We're doing something. I get it. I'm a musician too, man, and I'm a songwriter. So it's like I know how to fucking host you guys, okay? And I'm not hosting anybody other than a musician.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, chill right now.
Well,
and talk, and then you'll get better recordings out of it.
Oh.
And this doesn't necessarily even have to be in the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, again, I cut it so that there's a little interview part after the concert.
That would probably be a good thing, because
it is a good thing. And
lots of rambling.
No, yeah. And the thing, well, people don't mind that, I don't think, a lot of the times. I don't. But the thing that's important about this is that it's about the music, the recording parts. You know what I mean? Yeah. And people get too focused, and that's what I hate. Like, even just the meeting
my
part.
My whole point is that that's how big music is for me. Like, growing up, being 13 when Nirvana Nevermind dropped, and that was our whole existence. I had hair down past my shoulders. I wore flannel shirts to school. Had a pair of Doc Martens. I had Nirvana Nevermind and Bleach on one side of a tape, and Soundgarden's Bad Motorfinger and Pearl Jam's 10 on another tape. And then a couple Alice in Chains tapes. That's the only music that I had. That's all that there was for me. And I started going to concerts every weekend. They had Pain in the Grass. It was free all summer downtown. All that we did was just live music. We had a band, and after school we would go play music for 4 hours, get stoned, sit in the egg chair, watch Dazed Confused, and then on Fridays we'd drop some acid and go trip out in the woods for a day or two. But it was it was like it was a religious experience for us, you know. And when our heroes started dying off, you know, it was like emotional for us. Like when I walked in the door and read the note that said Justin called. Oh yeah, and Kurt killed himself. You know, it was like somebody kicked me in the chest. You know, I wanted to fall down the stairs. And then we went to the memorial downtown and we went to the fountain and all that kind of stuff was like awesome, you know.
Yeah, man.
My quote was in the newspaper. Right after that, our singer, his quote was in the newspaper right underneath Mud Honeys. It's like we felt like we were part of the music scene. You know, he just happened to talk to the right news reporter, and then his thing that he said was in the Seattle Times right underneath, like, whatever the guy from Mud Honey's name was, and above Kurt's mom's quote. So it's like for us, like we were really living in that world.
That's when our prime was too.
Yeah.
Well, not that. The prime of motivation or
Oh, he was telling me
drive
that
to
you
do it.
played, I don't know what bands, but in some popular bands.
No.
No?
Lazy Sickness, Addict.
That was my other drummer.
My bad.
Yeah.
Talk about Boner?
Yes. Bones.
Wow. Yeah, so the prophecy things. Dude, the thing I gotta fucking check you on is you were saying that your picture is on something and your ID, your, I don't know, college or high school?
My high school ID, this was like the craziest thing. Like I got some weird messages on my computer when, like around the year 2000 or something. And I looked this stuff up and I could explain it better if I had more time, but basically it was like, you need to look into this stuff. And so then I was like just looking at the inside of the Nirvana Nevermind album cover. And there's the picture of the monkey with the meat and like it's like he calls it Heck. His pictures from Heck or whatever. That Kurt said he made this montage, and except for when I looked at the picture, inside the monkey's hand is a picture of my face from my student ID picture that wasn't taken for a year after that. But the reason I found it is because my student ID card had a punch in it. And right where the punch was on my ID card is right where my face picture was inside the monkey's hand. And when I turned the picture 45 degrees, I saw a picture of exactly what my face looked like the day that I found it with my goatee and my sunglasses and everything on.
You were looking
and I realized that this picture was made up entirely of photographs and still frames from videos that I had made of like pictures of me and my girlfriend and stuff. And it just was one of those, like, holy shit, this music prophecy thing is, like, fucking for real. Like, how could these pictures of me that weren't taken until years later be on the inside of the Nirvana Nevermind album cover that had come out before any of the pictures were taken? Yet it's there, and then when you turn the picture 45 degrees, it's called a four-way window pane, where each way you look at it is different, but it's what it is. It's not what it looks like, but that's what it is. I have a hard time explaining it to people. They're like, well, I guess you could see it looks kind of like that. But it's not, that's what it looks like. That's what it is. That's why it looks like that.
Well, sometimes you just have to see it.
Yeah.
But what's the picture, or how do I find the picture online?
Just go to the type Nirvana Nevermind album art. Yeah, Nirvana Nevermind album art. And then it's the picture with the monkey. And even the monkey isn't a monkey. It's like a ferret, like raping like some other thing. And then there's a picture like the monkey's hand is like reaching through into the other side of the portal, and it's like actually holding. Well, I can't really say that on here, but it's weird.
Well, you know what? Just say it, dude.
You'll just have to look at it. You'll see what it is. But the whole thing is like it looks like a whole bunch of people dancing on a body that's laying on its back on fire, like dancing on the grave of somebody. Like
all I see is this picture, like endless.
No, but see that looks like me.
This?
That's like me full frontal. Yes, that's it right there. The orange, the monkey picture. That entire thing is made up of montages of pictures of me and like this video that I had of my girlfriend dancing. And like you can't see it just looking at it, but if you start staring at it and look at all the little individual parts, I can show you all the still frame shots. But if you look at the monkey's hand, you can zoom in enough and turn it this way. Yeah, we don't want it to actually turn. Oh, that's lucky.
So where is it? Is it the face?
No, it helps if you have a real
Here, I
picture.
can.
You need a higher resolution picture. You need like a real.
Yeah, that one's kind of.
But you can take a look and see, like all these things that look like meat is picture. That's a girl's butt. So it's like the whole thing is picture, taking pictures of this video. But then turn it this way. Now look at this. This is all dead airspace. I'm not even gonna look at this, but turn it over, right? Where's the fucking helmet? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, this isn't even the complete picture. So see, look at right there, that black spot is the eye of a mask, right? See that front part is like a nose piece of a helmet, and the guy looking directly to the right, see? So there's the top of the head of the helmet,
Yeah.
and that's like the earpiece, the wing thing right there, is like an ear. So that's an eye, and then the nose piece of the guard, right?
Yeah.
He's got these big wings that come up, and his arms are reaching out and around. You see that helmet? I mean, that's like looks like a Power Ranger type of helmet, right? But if you come to this other side, the rest of the picture's not even here. You see this other firefighter guy that's like coming out of the darkness with a helmet on, and then right here he's got his arms wrapped around something. He's holding. That's a picture of me holding my daughter in my arms right there. Just a little tiny. It's a reverse picture, black with hair, and there's somebody holding a little baby in their arms. See that, the person right there? But if you look at it like this, it's a big glowing spider. That glowing spider, that glowing spider is coming out from this one over here, which is, that's the peak of this other being right here. And it's got this big long thing that comes out of its brain down the back, and its left arm is reaching out like this.
Yeah.
And it's holding the fucking mouse. Down here in its hand is clicking it. But all these little tiny pictures is all like pictures of the collage. All these are like naked pictures, but then you turn it like this, and it becomes Ra. See, there's Ra right there. The Egyptian god, the dog with the ears, and the face, and the big shoulders and shit. And he's holding it all like that, right? And over here's the big bug god, the big round bug head. And it comes down like this. And all these pictures, when you look at it this way, there's a mummy. See somebody's face is all burned off, and their eye right there. You can see all the meat, and they're like wrapped up, like burnt. Like all this happened a long time ago. See, there's the teeth exposed, the wide open mouth. All this is crazy fucking. See, look. Oh, here's the hands. So this is where the monkey's hand is reaching across the portal, right? And see, there's a dick right there. See that hand? See where the monkey's hand is crossing over? There's a dick right there. That's my fucking dick. The monkey's hand is reaching across, right? It's holding on to it, right? But this body is a body laying on its back. See there? These are the legs, right, coming through there. There's the right hand right there. You see the right hand? You see the hand above my thumb? I'll point with a pick. See that hand right there? And they'll follow that. If the arm was laying across the back and the left hand is coming up over here, there's a body laying on the ground. And see all these little tiny people? Those are fucking all little tiny people all dancing on this guy's burning body. And that's right where it crosses over now. Now look at the monkey. It's not even a monkey, but it's a ferret. See the long tail thing? And it's actually on the back of another fucking animal, and it's like raping it. And now it's wearing a backpack. You see that little backpack? And that's a bomb, and it's got a detonator. If you look at the monkey's face, it's got a little tiny button on the monkey's head, and it's trying to push the button to detonate the whole thing. It's crazy. You look at all these different shots, like that right there. Like the color's all distorted on it and stuff, but all these weird looking meat pictures is all like naked pictures of like from these videos that I made of my girlfriend. I was tripping out. It's crazy, dude. And you can actually see some where you can
See a
like
bunch
see.
of the imagery.
It's weird.
If you look at that, yeah, you can see all the pictures with the face burned off. I'll try to find the one, because right inside the monkey's hand is where my student ID picture is.
Whoops.
There, you can see right there though. You can see my left eye and my nose, and I'm wearing a hat. You see that? Right above that. Does that not look like my face? Right there. My left eye and my
I
nose.
saw it.
Yeah, it looks like
But the student ID picture is exactly my student ID picture. You can't see it in this one though for some reason. Where is it? Because that's the picture from the day that I found it. But the picture of the actual student ID thing is in here somewhere. This is like bad radio, but that's the reason why I think that, like, for whatever reason I've been prevented from being allowed to play music, or because every time I start to get a band together, like the drummer will die. And
Hey.
guitar will-
Oh, right.
Fuck, I haven't looked at this in so long. You see the timer, the detonator on the monkey's head though? I mean, that's a trip because you would just look at that picture and it's like nothing. It's a nothing picture. Or take it for what Kurt says it was. It's just a bunch of meat that he took and put together. But when I see that, it's like there's so much going on in there. There's all the burnt bodies and seeing the gut like raw. And I find those four-way window panes.
Hey Shan, let me that guitar.
I find the four-way window panes in almost everything.
there's a
If you take those pictures, any pictures,
Pretty cool picture.
yeah, it's a trip. But that's just one
Who
of
made that thing?
Kurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. It's a good picture.
His journals are also messed
His
up.
journals, yeah, that's the thing too. Like when his journals came out, it was like my handwriting, except for exactly flip-flopped. Like I have pages and pages and pages of songs that I wrote
Yeah.
for years and years. And then when I got his journals, dude, it looked like it was like my shit. Like I thought it was like my writing. Like how the fuck did he get this stuff? And then he said, even in one of his things, it was like my thoughts were stolen, my songs were stolen. It wasn't actually, it wasn't like, I don't know, it was time. I don't know.
So you think you stole his thoughts?
He says we've stolen both from each other. See, because he's I don't mean to obsess over Kurt, but
No, yeah.
he's the Cobain of my existence. I'm the bane of God's existence, and he's my Cobain. It's a bad pun.
Think about that one. Oh, hold on. I want to play this song before you step up for a smoke.
I don't think you should use any of this. It's weird. But if I think Dave and Chris know what I'm talking about. They know. Oh, the guilt. All the songs. They feel really bad for misleading us.
The guilt?
Go ahead. Play a song.
No, dude. Like, personally, like me and Shannon's like that too. Like, we're not judgy like that. Like, we don't really care, dude.
Hey, I
It
believe-
would, like, if you telling me,
I
then
believe
I'm
that
just gonna
crystals
believe you.
have
Like, I don't know,
energy,
dude.
And if you charge them by the full moon, it'll give you good energy.
And we appreciate you being honest. That's all.
Honestly, that's why.
That's why I'm gonna play this song, because I feel like being honest to you back. And one of the most honest things I do is
like a
write
picture of
songs.
your face on the thing, though.
And all
It
the
looked like
trippy
it.
fucking images you showed me, like I was like, oh shit. I was looking at it in so many dimensions.
Yeah. But the fact that all the songs are like about, like all the words like are about. Go ahead, please play your fucking song. Sorry, I'll shut up.
I don't remember what was it playing. Was that what?
What?
There's oh yeah. You can leave your home in Texas, but Texas is still your home. I've been having nightmares ever since I was a child. And it keeps me from haunting the rest of the world. You can leave your home in Texas, I've been serving tables for a long, long time. I've been taking walks and I've seen lots of flocks. Birds flowing. Why do they sing? And why do the butterflies show off like you? You can leave your home in Texas. You can leave your home in Texas. Oh, but Texas is still your home.
Woo! What? I was cheering. That was a nice song. It was cool. Texas is still. I was having to refrain myself from grabbing a guitar and starting to play along with you, or to start singing the do 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 do.
Have your cigarette.
I think
Yeah, like the second to last show they did in the United States, I think. And I mean, I talk about this a lot just because it's one of my main musical influences, but also just because like music is kind of at that same breaking point where it was when they broke, you know, with a bunch of teeny bopper, like it in the late 80s, early 90s, it was a bunch of teeny boppers like Tiffany and freaking Paula Abdul and all these girl bands and a bunch of hair metal, freaking
I mean, like,
Comparison.
after that?
No,
Slock rock. It was like there was.
Gomez, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there's just there was a big hole for real, genuine music like that had like emotion behind it and like freaking melody, like strong guitar riffs. You know, it's like, and there has been a hole in that music for a long time like that. Basically since them and Alice in Chains, they're still playing, but as far as I'm concerned, they're dead.
All right, check this. There, we'll start fresh. This is a new podcast. Aaron, what's your last name if you care to give it? I don't know, or musical name, or show name?
You can go with Daydream.
Daydream?
Daydream.
Alright, let's go with Daydream. I'm gonna upload you as Daydream, okay? Alright. Anyways, so how about we start by talking about, well, look, I don't want to be corny or nothing, and we're trying to be presentable, I guess, and this isn't the first time that this problem comes up, the whole how do I deal with talking real and being friends with a fellow musician at the same time making this stupid show. You know what I mean? Because I always want to end up. I want you to go home and I'm not trying to make you sound like shit, and that's
Right.
why.
Well, I wouldn't try to obsess about other musicians or compare myself to anyone, but I just wanted to be able to relate. It's like I'm not necessarily proud of how I've always lived my life or decisions that I've made, but want to be able to, and don't know how necessarily to make things right, but I am able to convey that a lot through my music, like with my lyrics and being able to tell stories or paint pictures and
Oh, you play pretty well, man.
say things that I
play well?
that I thank you that I can't say to people directly, but like I write songs about things that have happened or basically what any other musician does, but I don't know if you're gonna use any of the other stuff we talked about, which
Not if you don't want me to.
it's I guess it's okay if it's in the right.
Basically, it's the truth.
Yeah, if it's in the right context, I guess.
Hey man,
it's not
there
taking
is no context for me though. The thing is that I usually just like this thing hasn't stopped since it started. The way I typically do it is just this whole thing since I started it will go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's no one to blame as far as context, because I don't like that. That's why I don't like editing, and I don't edit songs either, man. Like the concert portions, like to me, like some musicians have talked to me about, oh, can we stop halfway and then do the second half? I'm like, no, you can't. Remember, like even that earlier song, I said I was gonna use that first take.
Yep.
Regardless, just because the take was good, man.
Yeah.
There's something about having a first take, and that first take. Zeppelin used to use the first or the second take.
Yeah, I'm used to playing with groups that are so tight that that was all we would need to. It's just one take. We were a way better live band than we were recorded. It was hard to get us.
That's because you weren't recorded right.
To have that energy, to have the sound that we did when we were playing live.
Dude, that's because that's the way things should be recorded. That's why I do what I do. And I don't know, man. I fucking feel like I keep rambling on about. I don't know. I just ramble too much. I get it. It's just. I guess you didn't question me too much.
No.
Just happy to do it because you're a musician. That's why I like it.
I mean, it'd be nice to actually take this stuff that I talked about and get it organized and be able to present it like in a way that makes sense. So that
that other stuff. Well, you could do that. Why don't you do it in a song?
Yeah.
That would be kind of hard too, though. Songs tend to be too abstract. No, he's talking about like you want it to actually be laid out so that other people understand it.
But see, to me, that's what it feels like that all the music that's already come out that I relate to is explaining it all. It's like it's all kind of a precursor to what is to come. All the music that's out there is all the other bands. The songs are about the people, the person, the thing that is coming, the next thing. Like Scary is on his way. Well, I'm Scary. Like he's the one who likes all the pretty songs and he likes to sing along. And he likes to shoot his gun, but he don't know what it means. Well, that's me. For years I have just gone and done and lived and been totally off the wall and off track, and feel like I've wreaked havoc on all kinds of people without intending to, and don't know how to make things right or how to start over. But it feels like when I have my guitar, when I'm playing, that all that goes away, that I'm able to just speak through my music. And that for some reason it'll be accepted that way.
Music brings order to it, too.
No, I disagree. I think that you just confine yourself in that order that you feel coming from music. But not everybody senses the same things you do, man.
Right, well that comes with my interpretation and my understanding of the songs and lyrics and what they mean and what, but I guess it's not necessarily what they meant when they said it, but for my existence.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about other people living right now, like me. Like, I am not your generation, right? Nor did I hear the things.
Huh?
We might miss Robin.
Okay.
She's heading north. She said to call her.
Alright.
We gotta cut to the. Yeah, we gotta cut to the concert part right now. We're having. It was pretty good. We're like putting the podcast part together. I don't even remember what I was saying. It's probably stupid.
I know what I said was stupid.
It's not stupid.
No.
It's fine.
Well,
No, I get it.
I played this one time. I played Blast for so long because that one kind of has to do with what I'm talking about, and then we'll try to do something.
No, play what you're gonna play.
What mic?
I'm not a guitarist, so it's.
by